Hello and welcome to my unboxing of this mClassic little HDMI bundle, if you can call it that. I'm not quite sure what you would call it. It's a little thing you hook up to your HDMI cable and then it will improve the image a little bit or smoothen it out on a lot of game consoles. And it does, if you can see the list on the back here, it does it to a great deal of different consoles. And I bought this because I hope it would give a little bit of life to some of my older games. Maybe not the oldest, but I think a lot of games on the PS3 and PS2 are started to look a little janky on the edges, playing it on my big screen TV in my game room. And this thing should help smooth out those janky edges or lines. So let's see. It's a bit expensive. I bought this on Indiegogo, I think it's called that, but it is quite a lot. But then again, if it does a lot to the game quality, then it's gonna be worth it. So, and it just came crashing out like that. Oops, sorry about that. Here we have it. It's quite small, really nifty little thing. Has a little button here on the side that should help you pick. Let's see what it was again. It has a processing off, processing on, and a retro mode. And the retro mode is just where it's played in the like old screen, the smaller one instead of widescreen. And okay, because when I was walking home with this, I was wondering why that sound was, and that's just because the cables are just laying loose in there with nothing to keep them safe. So that's gonna be interesting. And we have a power cable. It's a little annoying that it's a power cable that it needs a power source, but it's an at least it's a USB power source and not something like a power plug directly, or what do you call it. And it's I think it's one of these small ones you also get for a lot of phones, Samsung and other like that. And that is really nifty, or is it? And the PS4 controller, I think it's that, which is also cool. So you don't have to buy a whole new one if this breaks one day, and it has some length to it. And then it also comes with this little HDMI extension. So I think that's so this doesn't have to be all the way down at the console, so people can get easier access to it. I'm probably gonna use it like this and then have another one come in here. And oh no, this needs to be the source. I don't know. Okay, so I can't turn it like I want it, unfortunately. So this needs to be in the source. So I have to use it like this. Okay, I would have preferred having this one hanging upside and then this one in the TV, but I don't think I can do it like that unless I get like two long HDMI cables. But I don't know, I'm gonna play around with this. I think I have a HDMI splitter, so I think I'm gonna put it in that, and that's also relatively up high on my gaming setup. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then now I'm just really excited to play this, see if it does anything, if it's worth the money. I'm dropping it already. I think it's a lot of money for this little small thing, but hey, if it works, I'm gonna be happy. I'm back again. I've been playing around with this for a few days now, and I can safely say, without any doubt in my mind, that this is the biggest waste of money I have ever done, man. This was really such a letdown. And I don't know, I had my high hopes. I had watched other YouTubers talk about it, and some were pretty happy with this. I mean, even one claimed that this would make your Switch the same as a Pro Switch or something like that. It was able to do so much different. And hell, watching some of the other YouTubers' clips of it, it looked very different. And there wasn't really that big deal of a difference. And I played like a lot. Maybe I should also talk I'm a little bitter about this. I mean, had it been good, I wouldn't have cared about it. But when it is like this, I gotta talk about it. The price for these things are $100, which is so overpriced for what it does. Realizing that now, and if you live in Europe, like I do, it's another $20 for for shipping, and also import charges, which really got me angry because they are made in Hong Kong, of course, and then they are shipped from Hong Kong to distributing. You know what the word? They ship it to other places in the world where they ship that from, and they have one in Hong Kong where they ship from to Asia, one in US where they ship to US, and one in the UK where they ship to Europe, where I live. And that means that if this was sent to me from Europe, I would not have had any import charges to pay for this thing. And I got a letter, I had to pay almost $45 for import for this thing. So that's a lot of money to top this off with, despite the $20 for shipping, the $100 for the fucking cable, and then $45 for fucking import charges. And I know Denmark is like completely out of control with the import charges. I don't know how it is with the rest of the world, but it's crazy. And for it to be like it is right now, it's such a waste of money. I tested out on quite a few games. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Oh yeah, where should we start? Let me just talk about a little bit about each of system. I'm not going to talk about each game because then this is going to be one long ass video. Let's start with the beginning. The first games I tried out was for the Wii. One review I saw online was from Review Tech USA, who did it on his played some Wii games on his Wii U. One of the games he played was Super Mario Bros. Wii, and the first game I had to try was this. He said he would definitely spot a difference in the picture quality and the less jagginess, and even on the picture he showed on the screen, I could see it on his screen. But when I used this, I could see no fucking difference. And I was like, I was sitting so long, and at first I thought maybe mine was defect or it just didn't work, and I was kind of annoyed. Like, barely any difference. And that's the story with pretty much all the Wii games that I played. Granted, I played them on the Wii U. I haven't tested it on the regular Wii, so maybe it can do something there. And yeah, that's my basic. And that was such a gut punch, because this was the game where he talked about he could see the biggest difference. And it's been some time since I watched his video. I don't think he was like super crazy about the thing, but he said it definitely did work, and I just couldn't see it. Maybe I recorded a lot of gameplay footage for all of these, and I haven't really checked them out, compared them to each other. Maybe when playing it watching it like that, it's more visible, and which I don't get. It should be more visible when you watch it on the big screen. I'm gonna take a picture of my gaming situation. I have a 50-inch HD television that I sit pretty close to, so that's also why a lot of jagged lines are bothering me, because I'm sitting pretty close to the TV, and that was what I was hoping with that cable, the mClassic, that it was going to help me out with, but no, not with the Wii. The next I tried after the Wii games were the Wii U games. And it was pretty much the same story with that. I tried it out on quite a few games, and with simple games with simple graphics like Super Mario's and the HD version of Legend of Zelda and Captain Toad, couldn't really spot any difference. Like, they are also very smooth, so it's not so much to do. But I could maybe, and maybe I'm just imagining things, I could maybe see a little bit difference in the Mass Effect 3. And I don't know, I'm not so sure that I would say it's with certainty. But again, very disappointing on the Wii U. The next system I tried was and I'm just gonna lump these two in together because they have the same problem. The PS1 and the PS2. Granted, I played this on my old fat PS3 that can play backwards compatibility with both systems. That system also gives it a bit of anti-aliasing. I think it has some smoothing and anti-aliasing. What is it called? Anti-aliasing. Yeah, I'm Danish. I don't know all the words. I'm not really that tech savvy, so that's something. And problem with this is I could spot no difference. Granted, as I was trying to say, if I could speak the language, the system already gives a bit of smoothing and maybe some whatever, and maybe that it just doesn't add any more to it. If there's a system that already does what this is supposed to do, it just didn't improve it even further. It might just stop at what it does. I know I'm sounding like an idiot right now, but hey, I am one, so take that what you will. And then the biggest surprise, and that's why the PS3 stack is so big, was because the PS3 games, I could fucking see a difference. Not a big one, but I could see a difference. And let me just see if I can find right here. Afro Samurai, I tested out on, and especially when looking at the main character Afro's arms, I could see a lot of difference. He was much more smooth. Very nice. Had it been like this for every consoles, I might not have felt as ripped off as I do right now. And yeah, it's pretty much the story with the rest of the games. It's a bit more smoother, not a lot. Like some are very hard to spot any difference in, but some it's very clear, like Afro Samurai and yeah, what else? The Darkness. Infamous also had a very clear difference in the style. Castlevania, I couldn't really spot it, honestly, but maybe again, I'm not really that tech savvy. I thought I had good eyes for the stuff like that, but apparently I don't. But I am just a console noob. Yeah, but this is why this stack is the biggest, because there was most to test out to see how different it actually worked. And it worked with the PS3 to some degree, not a lot. And let's jump to the next system I tried out. Just push this away a little bit. When it came to the original Xbox games, it's kind of like the same story with the PS1 and PS2 games, which I was a little disappointed in, because I thought that the reason why it didn't do a whole lot for those was because the system was doing something, smoothing out. This I played directly on the original Xbox, and same problem, couldn't really see any significant difference. Really disappointing. The Xbox 360 was kind of like the PS3. I could also spot some difference. Again, not amazing, not something I would go wow or pay like $100 for a fucking cable and then $20 for shipping and $45 for import charges. I just felt the cold chill go down my neck. Oops, and before the GameCube games fall down. The GameCube games, I played these on the Wii. And again, same problem. Could spot a little bit of difference on Metroid Prime and Mario Sunshine, but not a whole lot, honestly. It's really disappointing. I also tried to play some games on the PS4. Again, maybe, and I don't know if it's just thinking or imagining stuff, maybe I could see a little bit difference. I played Red Dead Redemption 2, and I tried to really find a spot to focus on to see the difference, and I was focusing on the main character Arthur's hat to see the lines, and I could maybe see a little bit of difference. It should also help with the depth of field, I think, which I really didn't notice. It also has very little lag, according to him, like less than 0.0 something lag or something. But that's not something I notice. Like, I play fucking old console games. I don't really spot a lot of lag. And again, it was overall very disappointing. I did also try just one DVD movie with Baba Hotep that I tried to watch on the PS3, and yeah, again, not any difference that is worth talking about. I didn't really go for a lot of movies to test out. It should help with everything that goes through and HDMI port, but as I've shown off here, it doesn't really do anything that impressive. I'm gonna put this in a glass mantra to display it as the biggest disappointment, the biggest waste of money I have ever taken part in, spent. This is like, I get really mad. I mean, some people on YouTube claim that this will make their Switch, I don't own a Switch, but some people claim that this would make the Switch like a Pro Switch. And maybe it works good on Switch, but I just can't imagine it. Also, where's the box? There's really not a lot of information on the box. There's what the buttons do and just something like that. There's no manual with this thing. I went in and saw some customer questions or for on the Indiegogo page, and some people were also talking about they couldn't really see that big difference on the Switch. And then a support person from what's the company called, Maciel, maybe fucking that up, said that they had to go in and play around with the systems of the Switch to make sure that it displayed 720 something for the screen. And why is there not a manual or anything to help you with that? Why do you have to go into their page and ask them about stuff like that? It should just be either a plug and play option where you don't have to do stuff like that, or it should have at the very least had a manual to help you try to figure out and get the best picture. Maybe it works brilliant, but because I don't have went into some of the settings for some of the consoles and changed something or changed some settings from a PC, it looks like there's barely anything been done. So if you have this and you think it's the best thing since butter on toast, please let me know, because please explain it to me, because I don't see it. I really don't see it. And just to show, I recorded a lot of gameplay footage. The rest of this video is just gonna be footage of that, comparing it with this cable and without this cable. So then you can make your own judgment. I mean, I wouldn't pay $20 for this, honestly. Not even worth the shipping price. So I'm really disappointed in this. Maybe if you have more sensitive eyes, it's gonna do a lot more. But then again, this was a waste of money, honestly. If you've been sticking through the bad English, you are a real hero. Thanks for watching and take care.
Let's see. Isabella Angelina, a condo in Midtown Manhattan, drain plug, and a leaky garbage disposal.
Do we have to get the crappiest route every Monday morning? I wish for once we get a fancy condo on the east side with a